Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Career Union. Today I want to talk about persisting the right way when it comes to when you're wanting to manifest anything. There's a difference between persisting from lack energy and desperation and anxiousness and fear and sadness versus persisting from living from the end of embodying, being chosen, being secure, being loved, being a priority. But one of my clients that I met with the day before yesterday, she has now been living with her mirror soul. When she first started working with me, she was still embodying fear, not being chosen, and not being a priority. So anytime if she had an experience with her mirror soul where maybe he wanted to spend time with someone other than her, or even it didn't matter. I don't want to get into her personal details, and I can't, this video can't be long anyway. But she always, the energy always kicked in that she was not important, that she didn't matter, that everything and everyone was more important than her, and that her mirror soul was choosing everything and everyone over her. So after we worked together, and she's been incredibly consistent, she is so faithful and loyal. She started to return more to being the version of herself who is deeply loved and is deeply secure, chosen, and a priority. And she also had to let go of the story about her mirror soul. So she went through all of it, but she was consistent and she was consistent with her inner work, the inner work that I gave her. She was consistent when the old story came up and she felt inflamed and upset and angry and triggered. And she said sometimes it got really ugly. Like, in other words, she said it was like angry and sad and frustrated. And sometimes she would need to go away a little bit from her mirror soul, go within, and get still again, return back. And one of the things that's really important is that she recognized this isn't me. This isn't who I truly am. This isn't us. This is an old identity. This is an old character. It doesn't matter anymore. An old timeline. And then she would just, she wouldn't rush herself, and she would give herself the love that she needs, surrender and detach, and go back living from the end of being together. Now they're living together. Now, what's beautiful, they're actually, so she's living together with him. Okay. They're now getting ready to buy a second property in Florida. They're also merging their lives together. In other words, they're merging friends together. So this is not only is did she overcome the story of not being a priority, not being chosen, but now it's real life. It is solid, it's secure. You're not persisting from fear, lack, disappointment, upset, sadness, insecurity, desperation. You're persisting from being the version of you who is deeply loved, secure, chosen, a priority. And by the way, like I always share, this means that you would be choosing yourself and pouring love into yourself. And in those moments of upset, when they come up, you process through it like I shared, like what my client has done. So this isn't a magic trick, but life is always showing you who and what you are. Everything and everyone is one with you and always your divine messenger, reflecting back your internal response, your internal reaction shows you what you actually believe. Okay? So consistency and persisting the right way is of the utmost importance. And she also mentioned this isn't for the faint of heart. And she's right. And I know that you want everything to happen overnight and you want everything to be super simple and easy. And don't get me wrong, some things can manifest instantly. You might need to return more and more and more and take the time to give yourself love and remember to surrender and detach from the old story. You do not have to detach from your specific person ever, okay? But you do have to detach from the old story for sure. Every time anything opposes you in your thoughts, in your fears, in dreams, in your imagination, or even in the 3D with your mirror soul, don't give in to this because this thing that's happening is ready to be released and let go. But you are not, when you pour all of your energy into it and you trust in it and you keep identifying with it, then you've attached to it, then that's who you basically, that's what you are believing and that's what you're choosing. So then reality has to give that back to you, and it will never stop. This is just the way it is. So when you deeply love somebody and you want to be with them, you have to see yourself and them and the relationship differently. You have to let go of the old version of you. You have to let go of the old circumstance and the old timeline. And remember that past, present, and future, it is all only existing now. From your moment now, you want to stay present and aware of who you are being. Whatever technique you choose to do, please recognize that techniques are not magic tricks. Techniques are just there to help you embody your end, basically. Okay? So anyway, if you need help, obviously just reach out. I know that I can help you. Affirm down below that you have received this message and you understand that your reality is always just reflecting who you are being. Okay? Say whatever you want. I love you so much. I intend that this video helped. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.